Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video I wanted to do a quick review on this Klarus NT10 flashlight. It's one that Alex at Alpha Bushcraft sent through to me. I've been talking to Alex quite a bit about my requirements for an EDC light since the refractor gave up the ghost. It was quite a cheap light and I wanted to replace it with something that had a bit of pedigree behind it. And Alex thought I might like this one, so let's give you a bit of an overview of it. This is a review because I've been using it for the last couple of months as an EDC light, but also one that I've been taking into the woods with me as well. And I've still got the box, so I can go through some of the specifications for you, but let's look at the light to begin with. It's aircraft grade aluminium, and quite uniquely, as well as the forward clicky switch on the back, it also has a mode switch towards the head of the flashlight, and there's two sets of functions on this. Basically the normal lighting levels, which go from a low, a medium and a high, but then also into some kind of hidden, if you like, flashing modes as well. To start using the flashlight, it's got a forward clicky switch, comes on in the low setting, and then just using that top head button there, you change it up a notch and then up to the highest setting as well, and back down. So if you turn it off, if you then turn the head of the flashlight a quarter turn, I then turn the flashlight back on, it comes back into the low mode, but you can adjust the setting to an SOS feature, and if you click on that again, it goes on to beacon. It takes a couple of seconds for that beacon to flash again. Hopefully it should do it in a second. There we go. So that's the beacon. Now if I tighten the head of the flashlight, it goes back to the normal. If you hold the button down at any point, just for a second, you reach the strobe mode. So all in all, some pretty intelligent features on there that I personally really like. I'm not going to use the strobe or beacon or SOS very often. Certainly the SOS I hope I never have to use. But all in all, it's a great little package flashlight, certainly. Let's have a look at what you get in the box. You've got this really good sheath with it. Let's turn the light off. Cordura sheath, hook and loop closure, with some expandable panels on the side, some elasticated panels. And there's two options for carry with it. You can either slip it on a belt, which I quite often do, or alternatively you've got this plastic D-ring at the top there as well, so you can put it on a carabiner or something else if you want to carry it that way. Also inside the box you get with it some additional little peripherals in the form of the instructions at the bottom, how to operate the flashlight, but then also a spare little rubber boot and a lanyard and some rubber O-rings as well. It is O-ring sealed. Looking at the specifications, I'll just leave that in view for you for a second. 4 lighting levels, 3 flashing modes. Lighting mode highest being 230 lumens for about an hour, and then 120 lumens for 2.8 hours. Down to 13 lumens for 30 hours, and then 8 lumens, which is the ultra low mode, for 50 hours. Flashing mode, SOS, 120 lumens for 7.8 hours, the beacon 120 lumens for 39 hours, and you've got the variable frequency strobe, 230 lumens for 2 hours. It runs off a CR123 cell, which is the only thing that really I'm not overly keen on, although you get the performance in cold weather. It's not my cell of choice, particularly because they're a little bit more expensive than the AA's or AAA's, and obviously they're not as easy to find. There is reverse polarity protection inside the head with a raised part around where the nipple of the cell goes, so if you put the cell in the wrong way round, it's not going to short out the flashlight. The machining of the grooves where it screws together looks really good, and certainly when you put the light back together again, you can't feel any play in there. The lens is a toughened ultra clear glass. Dimensions, let's have a look at the dimensions of it. Now it says it's 93mm in length, with basically a 2.5 centimetre head on it, and 21.5 mils at the bottom end. It does work very, very well with the Night Eyes headband. I've used this quite often with the Night Eyes, especially when I went up to see 51 Foxy just recently. And the reflector in there is looks like an orange peel reflector, and you've got a premium R5 LED inside the head. So that's pretty much it. The only thing I've got to say is that the weight, excluding the battery, is around about 51 grams. It's not a very heavy flashlight. I wouldn't say it's obtrusive in the pocket or anything like that. The only reason I don't carry it in the pocket is because I've also got the Phoenix E11, which is another flashlight that I actually got before this one. Much more limited in terms of its modes, but I really like this one as well, so I've kind of gone with the dual piece of kit for both EDC and using in the woods. So that's the Klarus NT10. Really impressed with it. I'm certainly going to keep this one, so I've got to thank Alex for keeping me in mind looking at it. And if there's any other questions, anything I've missed, then feel free to leave me a message or a comment and I'll post an answer to it. But all in all, absolutely cracking light. As I say, it's aircraft grade aluminium. The only thing I forgot to mention was that it's IPX8 standard as well, which means it's fully immersible in water, which is really good as well. So you're not going to worry about any rainstorms or anything with this particular light. So there you go. Any other questions, give me a shout, leave a comment. As I say, I've been using this for a good couple of months now, so that's the Klarus NT10. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.